Hello once again guys, Captainslapable for another tutorial, this time on making a PvP map. So as you know, there's a lot of different styles of PvP maps out there, but this is one I kind of like to think of as kind of my own style. I suppose it's not 100% original, but this is just the way I do it. So, first off, get rid of, oh my god, these sheep plague every one of my videos. Well, two of them, but so yeah, the way this works is I've got a nice little area here which is sort of perfect for what I want to do, and the way I make PvP maps is I kind of think of it as kind of a colonial era sort of themed, where I have two sides lined up with cannons and archers, well, you could call them riflemen, I suppose, and a whole lot of dispensers. So the way I set this out is you've got this side of the river as one force and the other side as well as the other side. So I want to place a few cannons down here, and I'm going to skip me making the cannons as it doesn't take too long, but it's going to take up a while. If you want to see how to make a cannon, I've got I've got a video up on it. There'll be an annotation up, but anyway, so let's get started. So here we have our cannons, and they're placed so these ones will actually hit each other, but I've got some up here that they won't actually hit each other, as to not destroy the whole map in the first couple of firings, but to stop players getting across up this little ridge bit here. And yeah, we've got some here to stop them getting across water, and basically it's just a line, so it's just kind of slightly structured. But now we're going to put in the dispensers, which are just obviously just going to act as whatever you want to call them. Arrow shooters is the technical term. But alright, so how you want to place them is just so in a practical way, so they don't fire over the heads of the other team, but they don't just hit the ground right in front of them. I believe, how far does one shoot if it's down here? So, because of that little rise, it went a little bit further, but no, they don't really shoot very far. So you want to arrange them so the range is well done. So you can put a little formation here. That's a really good little simple thing, and a button here will fire all of them. So you can just chuck a few in each. You don't want to make them too abundant, because otherwise you just get people sitting on them the whole time, just continually firing. You want to make them have to go back to a central chest to get resupplies, which I'll get to later. But in the meantime, we can just add some more. And like, being obsidian, it doesn't matter at all. It's just that it was in my inventory and it was quicker to do. So yeah, so we can just chuck a few around here and put a few of them in a few arrows in there. You want to make sure you've got most of your angles covered. So, oops. What we can do, something like here, it looks pretty ugly, but it works. You can do any sort of height. So we've got it here because it's not really where most of the little close quarters stuff is happening. So it's going to get a bit more range. So obviously taller ones, you'll need ladders, which take longer to get to and reload and everything. But we're going to put a couple up here. And because these are elevated, you don't really need to put too much height on them. We might just do another one there. And yeah, so, and you want to, obviously you don't want players going completely around to avoid them, but that's not really up to whoever's making the map to control that, unless they're the one organising it all. So you want to focus on how it's probably going to get played out. So I'll explain why we've got one over the water here in a moment, after I've done the other teams, and then I'll get onto chest placement and bow placement.